I've been thinking a lot about family lately, and how a family can look close without feeling close. You can spend every holiday together, have a group chat, and know everyone's business. You can say, "I love you," before hanging up the phone, defend the family name, and show up in every family picture, and still not feel known. Because proximity is not the same thing as intimacy, and history is not the same thing as trust. And being included in a family doesn't necessarily mean you're emotionally safe inside of it. Some families have a superficial closeness. Everybody knows the roles they're supposed to play. One person keeps the peace. One needs rescuing. One person is always right. One person becomes the problem. And everyone learns the script. But sometimes, we're family does not mean you can be honest here. Sometimes it means, please keep playing your part so the system doesn't have to change. And if you were a child who wanted sincerity, who wanted to talk about what was actually happening, you probably felt that difference early in life. Maybe you could feel tension everyone else pretended was not there. Maybe you asked questions that made people feel uncomfortable. Maybe you wanted repair after conflict, and everyone else wanted to act normal and move on. Maybe you wanted closeness that could survive honesty. And instead, you learned that closeness is conditional. You were only supported when your choices made sense to the family. Celebrated when your success reflected well on everyone else. Comforted when your pain was convenient, understandable, or brief. But when you needed something that challenged the system, a boundary, accountability, room to change, the support became selective. That is what I call the we until me dynamic. We support each other until my boundary inconveniences you. We want you happy until your happiness requires you to become someone we did not choose. And for a child who craves depth, that creates a painful emotional mismatch. You may be surrounded by people and still feel lonely. You may love your family and still feel unseen by them. You may keep trying harder, explaining more carefully, giving more generously, shrinking more quietly, because you assume the missing ingredient must be you. Maybe if you were easier to love, the relationship would finally become real. But a child cannot create mutual intimacy alone. And this is where individuation begins. Not when you stop loving your family, but when you stop abandoning yourself to stay connected to them. In family system psychology, a family is not just a group of separate people. It's an emotional system. Everybody affects everybody else. The system develops patterns to maintain stability, even if that stability is unhealthy. So, if one person changes, the whole system feels it. That's why a simple boundary can create such a big reaction. You think I'm saying, the system may hear. Individuation is the process of becoming a psychologically distinct person while remaining capable of a relationship. Family system theory often uses the phrase differentiation of self. The language, slightly different, but the core idea is very similar. Can I stay connected with you without losing contact of me? Can I hear your disappointment without treating it as proof that I'm wrong? Can I love you without managing your emotions? Can I make a choice that you don't understand and still trust myself? That is individuation. It's not coldness, and it's not punishment. It's not the sake of rebellion for rebellion. Rebellion is still organized around the family. I will do the opposite of whatever you want. Individuation is different. I will listen, and I will choose according to my values. In real life, individuation is often quiet. It looks less reactive. You do not have to answer the provocative text immediately. You notice what's happening in your body. You let the intensity settle. and then you choose if a response is needed. It looks like less guilt, not zero guilt. But guilt may still arrive whenever you break an old rule. But you stop treating guilt as a command. You learn that feeling guilty and doing something wrong are not the same thing. It looks like less people-pleasing. You stop automatically volunteering, fixing, and smoothing things over, or saying yes before you've checked in with yourself. It looks like less emotional entanglement. Somebody else can be upset without their feelings becoming your emergency. They can misunderstand you without launching a full campaign to correct their version of you. And it looks like more clarity. What do I value? What do I believe? What pace is healthy for me? What kind of relationship do I want to participate in? Not but here is a practice example. Imagine your family expects you to attend every family gathering. In the old pattern, you say yes immediately. Feel resentful for 3 days, attend exhausted, and then feel guilty for not being more cheerful. Here, individuation might sound like then you check more than your calendar. You check your capacity. Decide what you genuinely want and what you can sustainably give. Maybe you attend for an hour. Maybe you declined. Maybe you go and leave when you said you would. The important part is not which option you choose. The important part is that the choice comes from clarity instead of fear. This process can be terrifying because in some families, belonging depended on sameness. Disagreement felt like rejection. A boundary felt like betrayal. And privacy felt like a secret. Independence felt like abandonment. So when you begin to separate emotionally, your nervous system can interpret that as danger. You might think, blood is thicker than water. Am I wrong for choosing myself? And then one day, the phrase stops having power over you. Not because blood means nothing, but because biology alone cannot make a relationship safe. A family title does not excuse repeated harm, and loyalty without reciprocity is not intimacy. That realization can carry grief. You may be grieving the family you needed, the closeness you thought you had, or the hope that one perfect explanation would finally make everyone understand. Individuation does not ask you to deny that grief. It asks you to stop using that grief to return to self-abandonment. As an individuate, something interesting happens. Your relationships become more honest. Some relationships deepen because they can tolerate the real you. Some change because they were built around your compliance. Some may become more distant. That is painful, but it's also clarifying. A relationship that can survive only when you disappear is not asking for connection. It's asking for access. Healthy boundaries help you tell the difference. A boundary is not a tool for controlling another person. It's clarity about what you will participate in and what you will do for yourself. First, these sentences may feel unnatural. Your voice may shake. You may over-explain. You may rehearse the conversation 20 times. That does not mean the boundary is wrong. It means the boundary is new. And becoming your own person often means developing a deeper inner relationship. You start talking to yourself more, not in a disconnected way, but in an attentive way. You begin relying on your own voice, not because your own voice was always right, but because it deserves a place in the room. You stop outsourcing every decision. You ask for advice without surrendering authorship of your own life. And you begin choosing your own pace. Maybe your healing is slower than someone else wants. Maybe your career does not follow the family timeline. Maybe you need more solitude, more distance, or more time before you answer. Your pace is not a moral failure. Sometimes moving slowly is how you finally hear yourself. And I think that's what becoming your own person really is. It's not building a life where no one can affect you. It means building enough inner stability that being affected doesn't mean being erased. It's learning that compassion and boundaries can exist together. You can understand why your family developed certain patterns without volunteering to keep repeating them. You can recognize their wounds without making your life the place where those wounds live forever. You do not have to hate where you came from to choose where you're going. And you don't have to prove that your family was all bad to admit that some of the things they did were not good for you. That is the gray. That's the honest part. Breaking away from dysfunction does not always mean breaking contact. Sometimes it means changing the terms of the contact. Sometimes it means creating distance. Sometimes it means learning to stay in the room without surrendering yourself. The form will be different for everybody, but the direction is the same, toward a life that feels authentic, grounded, and emotionally safe. A life where your yes belongs to you. Your no belongs to you. Your voice belongs to you. And love no longer requires to leave yourself behind. So, here's a question I want to leave you with. Where in your life are you still performing belonging? And what might honest connection look like instead? Sit with that this week. No pressure to solve it all at once. Just notice where your own voice is trying to come through. This is the Introverted Coach guiding you home. I love you all. Stay golden, stay gentle, stay true, and most importantly, stay you.